Welcome back to Affirmations. Wishing everyone mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. Hope all is doing well. Hope your week went well. And if it didn't, like we always say, what's something you can do to make it better? Okay. I have a new setup today. The last video, as we know, my co-star Nixie the cat knocked over the camera, so I do apologize. So we had to fire her. She's no longer the co-host, right? We have to have security now, right? So thank you all to my subscribers. Thank you for new subscribers that I got. I really appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I post. Okay. And also, for those of you that are new, we always start off with our statement: life and death are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Have you been feeding yourself fresh or rotten fruit? I'm hoping it's fresh, never rotten. Always wanting to mind the self talk that we do with ourselves, as well as what we speak about others. It's okay to vent and to discuss, but as long as it's not done to be malicious or to lie on someone, then it's okay. But we want to make sure that we don't reap what we sow. Okay, so we want to be kind. Okay, let's see. So, for those of you that are new, let's see. Last week we introduced this particular deck. This is a new deck we're going to start using called Dialectical Behavioral Therapy, the DBT deck for clients and therapists, 101 mindful practices to manage distress, regulate emotions, and build better relationships. Okay. And again, we're using this for the purpose of the healing of our people, the descendants of the slaves. Okay. We were spread to the four corners of the earth, and there are many of us in a diaspora. Okay. So we use these for the healing of our people. Okay. Let's see. We were using, and this is still an excellent deck to get self therapy cards. Normally, I would recommend these for clients that I had worked with that want to continue to reach therapy goals. Okay, so this is another good one to use. And of course, we want to let everybody know about this particular book, Post Traumatic Slave Syndrome: America's Legacy of Enduring Injury and Healing by Dr. Joy DeGury. Important book to get. Again, it helps us to understand. We've heard of post-traumatic stress disorder, never post-traumatic slave syndrome. Um, this book shows us how we are still being affected today. Okay, important book. Okay, let's see. And with that, for those of you that are new, normally I'm going to pull stones, and I've switched over to the affirmation stones. Okay. So, and then I'm going to randomly select a stone and let us know which deck we're speaking from today, okay? Let's see what we're getting. Let's see, what are we going to get? Okay. We got Imagine. And the Imagine stone belonged to the hot pink kind of deck, okay? So let's see what we're going to get out of this one, okay? All right, let's see what we get. Let's see. Okay, some decks have more cards than others. And this is one of the thinner decks, so it's a little bit more flimsy, and the card stock is a little flimsy, but we're going to make it work. Okay. There it is. Let's see what it's talking about. States of mind. We have three states of mind: emotion mind, reason mind, and our wise mind. Wise mind is the balance between emotions and reason. In wise mind, we can acknowledge and validate our feelings and still use reason to problem solve, think about consequences, and choose effective behaviors. In our wise mind, we act in ways that reflect our goals, our values, and who we want to be as people. In any moment, ask yourself, what is my wise mind telling me? Then act from your wise mind. I like that. So this is a tool that can be used when we're in a situation where we kind of need to put ourselves on pause and think before we act and use what we call our wise mind. Okay. This is interesting. What I will say, we connect everything to slavery. It is amazing how we are able to use our wise mind uh, living in the land of our captivity, right? We had to constantly use our wise mind to survive, right? We had to do the exact right thing. Anything could cause us to get sold, to get tortured, to get beat. So we are experts at using our wise mind. But here's the question. Are we willing to use our wise mind with each other? Or are we only able to use our wise mind with the threat of possibly being harmed, which is what would happen in slavery? And even though now technically it's not immediate repercussions, but there are consequences, and we still understand that today. So we're always on guard, and we always are making sure we use our wise mind. And so one of the things we want to think about is, are we able to use and choose to use our wise mind with our people? Can we use it when it's not a threat, when there's no threat or torture? Okay. Yeah. And what are some reasons why we don't want to use our wise mind? Again, when you have a people that are not able to express their full emotions, um, in systems that have been oppressive, people, places, things, and systems that have been oppressive, we're not able to fully express our feelings. So guess what? We do that. We do that on each other and with each other. And if we're angry, we may choose to lash out and over respond because we're really angry about something else. Okay. So that's something we want to keep in mind. Okay. If we are able to do that in the world where we have to function, and we know there are consequences if we don't use our wise mind, then let's choose to do that with each other. And if you find yourself not wanting to do that, please put pen to paper, get your journal, and let's write down why not. Why not? Okay. It's a good one. It's a good one. Let's see. I'm going to pick another one. Let's see what we get. All right. What are we going to get? That's our second card. Let's get this one. Okay, we got the strength. We got the strength stone. Okay, affirmation stone. And that belongs to the purple deck. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this. Okay, and this is a thicker deck. And so we'll see what we get from this one. Okay, one slid right on out. Let's see what this is saying. This is saying everyday acceptance. We often get needlessly upset at everyday inconveniences, hassles, and minor problems. It's interesting we were just talking about that. Each of these situations provides an opportunity to practice an attitude of acceptance. The next time you face an unwanted situation, take a deep breath. Let's take one now. Inhale, exhale, and say to yourself, this is what life is like. So you may choose to change that phrase to a statement that's, fits you more, things happen or however you want to say it. When these inconveniences and little hassles, come up with a little cute saying that you can say to take a deep breath so you can just kind of breathe through it, right? Cultivate acceptance every day and notice the difference it makes in your life. Yeah, I like this one, acceptance. One of the things that, when I'm working with clients, that's one of the things we talk about in cognitive behavioral therapy is acceptance. Um, and it's almost like acceptance and kind of patience go hand in hand. So, and what I will say about acceptance and what I will say again for every negative is a positive. And especially like dealing with people, places, and things where we already know how things are. We have an advantage in that we already know that, this person responds this way, or when I go here, this normally happens. Even if we don't like it, the fact that we know about it already allows us to be able to more easily accept it and kind of get ourselves together and gather ourselves, okay? And choose to kind of take deep breaths and be okay, okay? I will say this too, again, connecting everything to slavery. There's there's no other group of people that can deal with acceptance better than us. We've had to accept horrors. We've had to accept the bare minimum. We've had to accept, uh, not being understood, groups not having empathy towards us, right? So we are the kings and queens of accepting reality. But here's the thing, can we be accepting and understanding and patient with each other? Here we go back to this. We got this down pack in public. We got this down packed outside of the home, in society, with their institutions. But are we able to accept each other, take deep breaths? Okay. And then sometimes in relationships, in the family, there's a person a lot of times that everyone is walking on eggshells, right? They accept, they take deep breaths, they stay calm, but then you have a person kind of popping off. I can totally relate to this. Again, no judgment. I can be quite patient, in professional world, but in my personal world, I can be kind of a little firecracker, and I have to remind myself, okay, you're very controlled. You have a job where you have to be on your P's and Q's. You're there to empathize and heal others. But then when it comes to, home life or people that are very close to me, I can be quite a little snappy sometimes. Okay. So our challenge is to, be able to take deep breaths and be a little bit more patient and accepting of our loved ones and our people. Okay. All right. So we just take it a day at a time and do the best we can, guys. Okay. So with that, let's see. We're going to pull an affirmation. Okay. Let's see what we're going to get. Okay. Let's see what affirmation we're going to get. Yeah, being kinder and more patient with ourselves and our people and our loved ones. And normally those safe places is where we kind of let it all hang out. Okay, I got 3 popped out. How about that? I think it's something to it. Let's see what they got. It says, I am absolutely amazing, strong, and capable. And isn't that true? We are absolutely amazing, strong, and capable. We've proved that. You'll know a thing by its fruits. In America, building it into what it is today, that's the proof. One of the most amazing countries on earth. So if we built it, we're amazing, strong, and capable, right? Also capable of healing ourselves. Here's another one. I accept, look at this, I love it. This is what we're talking about. Imperfection as part of the greater whole, which is the divine. Accepting our imperfections, but also our loved ones' imperfections. And it is said that a lot of times when we're impatient, kind of with others, or very critical, a lot of times that means that we're critical towards ourselves. But we want to accept our imperfections as part of the greater whole, which is their sin of the divine, which is part of the Most High, how He created us. Okay. And let's see what this one is. And we're going to end it with today, I'm feeling happy and peaceful, right? When we're more accepting, right? Less critical, it helps us to feel happier and more peaceful. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for returning. I really appreciate you all returning. Please hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe. And I want us to always remember that everyone has a right to heal from trauma without interference, even a race nation. And with that being said, bye until next time.